All right, good afternoon. Call to order the meeting of the Greenwood Stormwater Board. It's Wednesday, August the 13th at 4 o'clock. We have a roll call, please.
Yes. Peter Payne,
Here.
John Shell,
Here.
Leanne Muller.
Here.
We see you, Mrs. Law. For you to participate, you have to be seen and heard. So do you have a camera to turn on?
There we go.
Thank you.
Yep.
And here. All right, is there a motion for approval of the minutes from our last meeting with July the 9th? So moved.
So moved. Second.
We'll give it to her. All right. Okay, motion is second. Any discussion about those minutes? Hearing
No.
Hearing none, all in favor of approval, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. So it's been approved.
Well, if she's participating, you're supposed to actually do
Oh,
like
yeah,
roll call vote, so you'll have to call names.
Okay, thank you. All right, Randy, can we have a roll call on the approval of our minutes?
Yes. Peter Payne,
Yes.
John Shell,
Yes.
Leanne Muller.
Yes.
All right. Old business. Concept plan.
Yeah, do we have anyone on from REA? Look like it. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so we have a quick presentation. I think I've got it on the board. Bonnie, can you pull that one up? It's the one on the right. The one on the right, the PDF one. Anyways, so I think I've shared it with the board. You got a copy of it. You got a copy of it as well. Really interesting conceptual design.
Nice options.
Nice options. We're past 50, or we're at 50% as the board requested. I don't, as far as the possible options for it, I don't know if the board has any feedback that they would like to share with me that I can take back to the consultant. If not, I mean, I've got a couple things I'd like to mention about this Main Street corridor. I think the board is aware that Main Street is going to be, I say enhanced. It's going to be rebuilt as more of an entrance to the city. This parcel of land has been identified as a spot that could potentially help with stormwater runoff and water quality. Since that project isn't completely underway, I don't want to get too far ahead. This is my suggestion to the board that we pause, our project and see if we can't incorporate some drainage and water quality aspects from the Main Street rebuild.
As I heard about what's going on Main Street, I also wondered if we were getting a little bit ahead to try to get into a completed design. I'd kind of like to see what they do with Main Street and make sure that the construction efforts don't damage anything that we're trying to do. I think it might be beneficial just to kind of hold the 50% right now. And when we're ready to pick it back up, get back into decisions on it. David, Leanne?
I'm good with that. Leanne, you have any thoughts? She's off.
Lost her?
Okay. All right. So this is more of a,
Tabling.
yeah, we don't need a motion or anything.
Well, how
I
long
would
do you want?
say you move to suspend this project until a future time when you place it back before the board for consideration.
And as part of that, I'd like to suspend any decision on the 50%.
Well, yeah, you were
Until we
suspending the
pick-
whole thing. You're
Yeah, until we
suspending
pick it
this,
back up.
yes, until you place it on the agenda again for consideration.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to suspend any activities on the native prairie maze until the Main Street construction gets their final decisions and gets some of the work done so that the work that they do does not run counter to anything we have in the maze.
And I will second that.
I will second.
Oh, you're back. Okay.
Yeah, she's back.
All right. So we need a roll call.
It keeps,
You have a comment?
no, I don't. I'm sorry, the internet's cutting out on me.
Okay. All right. I guess we need a roll call on the motion.
David Payne,
Aye.
John Chubb,
Aye.
Leanne Muller,
Aye.
All right, so under new business, we have award of the bid for Coopers.
All right. So we received 2 bids for our lining project. And I think we have somebody here from Westler to maybe present. You have the numbers with you? Bill? Copy.
Hi, Bill Lieber, Westler Engineering. There were 2 responsive and responsible bidders, Form Technologies, with bid price $823,294.88. And Inliner Solutions, with bid price of $857,195. Both were under the engineer's estimate. We reviewed the bids. There was one typographical mistake on the Form's bid, but it was noted, and if we still use their unit price, all the numbers add up. So we would recommend award to Form.
Maybe award to who?
Form,
Okay, and which number was that?
823.
The 823. Okay.
$23,294.88.
All right, so we have a motion.
Well, and the legal department did also review them for responsiveness and make sure that everything was there. And they both were. So at this time, we would recommend a motion to acknowledge Form as the lowest responsive and responsible bidder and to award the contract to Form in the amount of $823,294.88 for the Cooper Subdivision Storm Rehabilitation Project, and to authorize the stormwater superintendent to sign the contract documents for the project in the board's behalf.
So moved.
Is there a second? Leanne, she's not. Yeah, I will
I
second.
will second.
Oh,
Wait, can we see? Yeah, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, we have to be
Yeah, we
able
gotta
to
be able-
see you and hear
She's on
you,
the
and
bottom of the
your
screen.
video does not appear.
She's on. She's on the bottom of the screen.
We'll move that up.
Move you.
There
There
she
you
is.
go.
Okay.
Aye.
All right, so we have a motion and a second, so we need a roll call vote.
Yes, David Payne,
Aye.
John Cho,
Aye.
Leanne Muller.
Aye.
So we have our stormwater management practice maintenance agreement, appendix D6 update.
And I think Sean's prepared a resolution for this. So what we're trying to make sure that we have everything accurate. We've adopted the appendix D stormwater maintenance agreement. We've done an update on this. We've removed a couple of the references to the city registrar and like the county recorder. But I provided with to the board this morning, and I think Shauna has resolution 25-04 for the acceptance of this.
And is section 9 new also asking for it to be recorded with the county?
No, it was supposed to be recorded, but it referred to them as the city registrar instead of a county
Okay,
recorder.
that's what.
And there were some other audit languages, language changes in there that didn't really apply, so we.
Made it 2025.
Yes, and I added the margins for it to be recorded because it has to have specific sizes to record in the state of Indiana. So those were the things to make it conform. So if you are amenable, and I would recommend a motion to approve resolution 2504, amending the Greenwood Stormwater Technical Standards Manual regarding appendix D6, stormwater management practices maintenance agreement as presented.
So moved.
I will second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion regarding this? Hearing none, roll call please. Aye.
John Cho,
Aye.
Leanne Muller.
Aye.
All right, so Chris.
That's all for new business.
Okay, all right. Audience, is there anybody in the audience that would like to approach?
Yeah.
Let's, the podium, state your name and address, please.
Yes, sir. My name is James Beagley. I live at 248 Suntest Drive. I have two questions, if I may. One, is there any consideration adding a stormwater bill to our monthly bill? And, just economically, I mean, we are getting a lot. There's just two bills, but I don't understand quite why.
Are you talking about adding that so that you don't have a separate sanitation bill? And
Yes, why
stormwater?
can't the stormwater bill be added to our sanitation bill?
We are currently working through that process. We are changing our vendor and doing new software for our
Okay.
finance department, so that will likely be coming.
Okay, I just think that would be economically wise, a good decision, so thank you. Secondly, I live at 248 Suncrest Drive, and under normal rain conditions, our street floods. Now, I assume that's a stormwater issue. They've been out numerous times to actually clear whatever's going on to eliminate that. But when it pours, you can't really get a small car through the street. So I didn't know if there's anything that addressed that, or is anything that looked at that as far as our street. I checked 5 years ago that if we was on the books to have our street actually redone. I was told, well, we're on the books, but I don't know if we are or not. Our street is in a real mess. Keep patching it, but it's really bad. But our little area by my house, just candy corner, when it rains hard, you can't even get a small car through it.
I have photos of cars going through.
That's all I had. Thank you very much.
Chris, you have any thoughts?
This Meadow Glen, that's the subdivision.
Yes, sir.
Designed in the 80s, designed by Joe Meyer, and Joe Meyer didn't believe in putting a lot of pipe in. He was more dependent upon, side yard swales and rear yard swales, and so it's always been somewhat of a problem. So I will say that, funding things in government, it's like moving an aircraft carrier. You gotta start one year, and it does take some time. And so This area is, was planned for this past year to have reconstruction. And the Stormwater Board, if you recall, we're under contract with Clark Dietz to do a drainage design and update. So we have 90% plans finally on this. I don't know how much it does, though, address some of the rear and side yard issues that the property owners are, currently.
May I intercede?
Thank you.
Just give us a name and address, please.
I will. Kelly, I live at 226 Sunrise Drive, moved in 2014. I happen to live where the water flows north and south, and then it also runs east and west. The water is flowing from the south going north, then it goes from the east to the west, and then it drains. However, I have a retaining wall on the west side of my house, and a while back, we redid the floors. You set a ball down, and the ball would just roll off to the west. Well, I have some photos here, and my retaining wall is now leaning. All right, the erosion where the water is running east or north and south is kind of, and the drainage from my retaining wall is all settling right under my retaining wall, causing my retaining wall to start to fall over. I did take photos. I know numerous times we've had many utility companies out there, AT&T. They're ones, I believe, that dug a great big hole where that swell is. And okay, we're done with the hole. We'll deal with the hole. They covered it up with, particle board there for a while. Well, they filled it up with sand. If you go and you walk that area now, you'll see where the water's flowing north. The water's going to go through my yard. However, it hits that sandbar where they have some kind of a utility thing there, and the water just swells up. There's nowhere for it to go, and it settles behind my 222 Suncrest. And I have photos on here. But I've had contractors come out, because my husband and I, this is our first home, and we're in our 50s, and we just now are getting financially stable, and we're wanting to put a deck on. We checked into fitting them in a patio. Well, we have contractors saying, hey, looking at our yard and that easement the way it is. And then I had a contractor flat say, I can't fix your retaining wall until you address this with the city. Because the drainage issues, what's the point of putting in a new retaining wall? Because the retaining wall and the drainage go hand in hand. And I'm worried that that flow of water and everything piling up right there is going to cause my retaining wall to go ahead and fall, maybe in the next couple of years. But what does that mean for my house sitting there? It's going to continue to, go with it. So that's why I'm here. I want options so we can move forward. And I know that in November, I think it was November 9th of 2022, we had a contractor that actually came in. I have the records where you guys denied it. And it's only gotten worse. And I understand, that my neighborhood is about 30 years old or a little older, and everybody's built up around us. I'm not an expert in drainage issues, of course, but I have had other people that deal with drainage issues come up with ideas. And I'm glad to hear that we are on the schedule for that. I mean, I'm hoping it's not gonna cause everybody to have to tear out their fences and do this. I say add on, figure it out, we gotta figure it out. And I like to fix my retaining wall.
Where is your retaining wall? Which part of your property?
I live on two,
I've got it pulled up.
oh, do you? May I
It's on the
approach?
west side.
Backyard, west side.
Yeah, my backyard, it's on the west side of my house. So, just directly on the west side of my house.
That area is where they keep coming in and out when the water floods.
So-
They clean that whole area out.
Yeah, so this street has two curb turnouts, one on the north side of the road, one on the south. And it goes underneath the sidewalk, down a concrete trough for a short
I have
distance.
a
And then
photo.
it just discharges into the rear yard. Rear yard is supposed to go either east or west. And as as the property owner stated, a lot of people have thrown in wildcat pipes and fill in their backyards. So what the property owner stated about the denial, it was a denial of putting a pipe into the easement. That's what the Board of Works denied, wasn't this board. Because it means in order to get, correct pipe in, that there has to be a hydraulic study and all these things are formed by the property owners. So what would really need to happen is everybody takes out these rear yard.
Reintroduce the swale.
Reintroduce a swale. Fences are gone, and decks are gone, and pipes are gone, and yard barns are gone. And I know that's not what the property owners want for their neighbors. We don't want to do that for their neighbors as well, because these things have been in for who knows how long, but they're not owned by the city. So that's why we commissioned this study with an outside engineering firm to see if we can't alleviate these issues with the rebuilding of the roadway. So that's where we are right now. We're at 90% plans. It still needs to go through community costing grants through the engineering department to get forward, to move forward. Now, as far as the retaining wall, it's not owned by the city. It's the property owners. And if there's water being introduced behind that wall, that would be, that needs to be fixed by the property owner. If they want to rebuild it, I don't think we have any issue with it. It is, however, within a platted drainage and utility easement. And so to officially do things the right way, you just need permission to encroach into the easement. Now, it's already an existing wall. I might ask the city attorney if it's repairing of an existing wall, do they still need permission to encroach?
Under the common law, an obstruction in an easement is a nuisance per se. It is not supposed to be in the easement, whoever built it. It is basically really an illegal obstruction and encroachment into an easement, and it should not be there. But
It was built with the house.
that would be a Board of Public Works and Safety issue if they want to. I am sure that your plat has covenants that address the drainage and utility easements and what can be in them and what cannot be in them, and enforcements. Most of those say you can't alter, fill in, put pipe in, you cannot alter a drainage swell in any way, and if you do so, the Board of Works and Safety can tell you to fix it and put it back. So all of those neighbors of yours that have put pipes in to swales and filled them in or covered them up with some kind of a structure can be told by the Board of Works and Safety, remove that. And if you do not, city can elect to go out and fix it and then lien the property for the cost if it chooses to do so. That's typically how that operates.
May I ask a question, please?
Sure.
Yes, I don't understand if we have a large pipe in the swell area that constantly moves the water, why is that a issue? That's what everybody else has done. The only issue is the houses have not done it, mine included, gets all the water. There's times I can't even get in my backyard because of that.
That's why it's an issue, because the other pipes don't carry.
Well, I
as
don't
much
understand
water.
is if the water constantly moves through a large pipe, why is the piping not, or illegal to actually apply to the area?
It's illegal because your covenants restrict it, and it's a platted easement for the use of utilities and for the drainage. And if you alter that, that is a nuisance per se under the common law. So that becomes a Board of Public Works and Safety issue because they are the ones that deal with those covenants, not this body, which is your Stormwater Board. That would be this Greenwood Board of Public Works and Safety.
Okay.
My question would be, why couldn't we just work together on it instead of tearing everybody down? Why couldn't we just add on to what everybody else has already done?
Because that would take engineering.
Yes,
Because you have to look at the volume of water, what would it have to be sized, how deep would it need to go?
yeah.
And that's an expense the city is not going to pay for.
Well, we tried to get a contractor who's willing to do it, but we got denied.
Yes.
So it wasn't the expense was the issue. We just, I guess
The contractor has to submit drainage plans
Plans.
Oh, I
for
understand.
review.
Okay.
And that's
Along,
what.
along with calculations to show what flow. It's not just for, okay, it rained half inch on Saturday and the pipes carried it.
I understand.
It's gonna be that
Because we're graduating.
10-year or 100-year
Right.
that you don't flood the whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, when it just rains cats and dogs for
Okay.
hours on end.
So what would your advice be for me to fix my retaining wall? Now, I can show you the photos, but how would I go about doing that so that it doesn't continue and then my house go with it?
If your retaining wall is in fact in the easement, you would have to appear before the Greenwood Board of Public Works and Safety and request an encroachment for that retaining wall.
What was your address again?
236,
236.
the Greenwood or
Board of Public Works and Safety.
Man, when did they meet?
They meet the first and third Mondays of the
Yes.
month, and they actually have a meeting coming up this coming Monday, August 18th.
okay,
That agenda has not been finalized, so you could contact the engineering division of the Community Development Services Office.
engineering, can you repeat that, please?
The engineering division out of our Community Development Services Department, CDS. And you can ask, for an encroachment, that they can walk you through that there's an application process that you have to fill in and ask to be placed on an agenda. So if you would contact them, they can walk you through that.
Okay, do that too. So, all right, well,
Thank you.
we are on the agenda in regards to you guys maybe addressing that issue, is that what I heard?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So Meadow Glen subdivision, Twin Oaks area, we have commissioned a study, a drainage study, and it is, and I anticipate it to be on the next community crossings grant with the state.
Also, I believe on Christie Drive, behind us, I believe they've had a lot of drainage. They have theirs redone recently, over these few years.
Okay.
I don't know if them redoing theirs is affecting ours. I'm not sure, but I know that was done. So, all right. Well, thank you for your time.
Kelly, for our records, could we have your last name?
My last name is Mueller, Mueller.
All right, thank you.
So my main concern is with fixing my retaining wall, so my house don't go with it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right, anybody else from the audience?
Oh, I spilled your pen.
All right, there you go.
Oh, I was gonna add one other thing. Sir,
Yes, sir.
I believe you can contact the utility office here at the city building and have both of those bills emailed to you.
Well, I check, I usually come in. I'm retired, so I don't mail, I come in. I kept asking a question the last couple of months if they ever were considering adding a few bills.
Yeah.
I normally pay mine annually. I just didn't understand the economics about having two separate bills.
Yeah, I have them both emailed to me,
Okay,
and then I go online and pay.
well, I don't do much online stuff, but
Fair
enough.
I'm okay with, for right now, but I just was curious why, that hasn't been.
Yeah, and this, we addressed this back in 2012, when the utility first started. And there was a reason behind it then, and we've been pushing ever since. Just like I said, it takes a while, and I think with the new updates.
It's not a biggie,
It'll
but
get
it's
there.
just that, I was just curious.
Reports, council, do you have anything?
I do not, sir.
All right, city engineer,
We have a city engineer here.
do it? No?
No.
All right, controller,
That's who I am.
okay, billing. All right, Chris.
All right, back to me. Hey, I actually have a couple pictures I can show you. But we're working on that tile. We're working on that tile behind, oh gosh, off of Orchard, golf course.
Oh, yeah, back to the,
Yeah, so-
the northeast corner.
Yeah,
The golf
so the,
course.
the vacated, legal drain tile.
Yeah.
Behind
Behind the homes that you
Yes.
kind of work yourself to get to get from
Yes.
them. I drove
Oh,
back
hey,
there.
yeah, here we go.
I drove back there, took a look at all many trees and stuff.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah, so, let's see. You know, Yeah, anyways, clay tile, packed, jam full of roots. I mean, you couldn't even get, a straw through there.
Water won't flow through.
Water will not flow at all. Hey, there we go, there's a picture.
1,000 words right there.
Yeah, it's kind of a messy area. Thankfully, the property owners initially were, not really happy, but they're causing their own problems with willow trees. They're the worst weed of a tree ever. If you see there on the left, there's that pipe. Back full of roots, it's clay, it's crumbling. On the right, that's another one. We just have to keep adding new pipe. I told the contractor, just keep going. Let's just keep record of it because we don't want to come back here and, we can get it to a point where we fix the sinkhole and we've tied on, but we're going to get another one. We just got.
Is this current work?
Yeah. So
He's an outstanding contractor. He knows what he's doing with dirt.
Right, and quite frankly, nobody wants to have to go back there and fix this again, so there might be a change order on that one. I just want to share that with the board. Before Park 800 now it's opening up. Really well. We've got 9 O&M manuals. So in the past,
Here's what I'm gonna do for you, Mr.
oh,
Harold.
bless your heart.
If you would like to present all of them and have a single motion to approve the O&M manuals and authorize the mayor to sign them in a single motion, that would be okay.
Okay. Okay, so I'll present them.
What do you read it?
First one, Indris Hauser. Indris Hauser, their new expansion. Number 2 is Greenwood Village South, April Drive Connection. 3, Lone Pine Farm, Section 3. Number 4, Audi Golf Edition. Number 5 is Sagebriar by Del Webb, Section 3. Number 6 is Scottsdale Estates, Section 5. Number 7, Scottsdale Estates, Section 6. Number 8 is Subway Big B Coffee on US 31. Number 9 is Worstville Development, US 31 of Worstville. And actually, we did have another lake cover, Ridge Top, Section 1. Ridge Top, Section 1.
Well, I believe it's all in order. I would recommend a motion to accept the operation and maintenance manuals and to authorize the mayor to sign them in the board's behalf as presented by the superintendent.
So moved.
I will second.
So roll call, please.
David Payne,
Aye.
Mr. Shell,
Aye.
Leanne Muller.
Aye.
All right, so this is being approved. Anything from the mayor's office?
Well, I got one last thing.
Wow.
Adam Stone sent me an email today so that he's working closely with finance controller on the rate study for 2026. That's all I have.
Thank
All right, now, anything from the mayor's office? All right, seeing none. Commissioners, guys have anything?
I don't have anything.
I do not.
The crossword puzzle and flyer was kind of.
Miranda.
All right, thank you. All right, is there a motion for approval of our claims docket as presented? So moved.
Second.
There you go. All right, roll call, please.
Yes, David Payne,
Aye.
John Shell,
Aye.
Leanne Muller.
Aye.
So this is approved. Anything else that needs to come before the board before we adjourn? Hearing none, we will be adjourned at 4:35.
All right. See you guys.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Leanne.
Thanks. Sorry about the cutting out.